I'm playing some Assassin's Creed Origins, and I was going through some of these documents here. They got some interesting scientific theories on the Animus and some other stuff in here that I find really interesting as a scientist myself. So I wanted to run through it with you guys. Maybe this will explain how the Animus in the Assassin's Creed world runs. Maybe how it will function. Because the theory so far, what I can gather, is the Animus connects with a person's DNA, and the DNA encodes some type of um, connection to an ancestor. So you need to have, like, the Animus needs to get into your DNA, which it can do through any type of cell. Your DNA is on all your cells, except for red blood cells, so no blood. But skin cells, mouth cells, anything like that. That's why when you get caught by the police, they need your DNA. They take a swab of your cheek because those cells slough off a lot. So they get your DNA into the Animus, and then in your DNA, encoded in your DNA, they are saying that there's some connection to your past that you can then go relive your ancestors' life. Realistically, not possible. Your DNA is just a mixture of all your ancestors. It's half your mom, half your dad. So, and in which case you're a quarter of your grandparent. You're a quarter, or you're an eighth of your great grandparent. You're an 16th of your great great grandparent. All that stuff. So, in which case, this is just very interesting. So we'll go ahead and read through some of these stuff. So this is just introducing what the Animus is. DNA is more than pure genetic information. Zettabytes, factual historical data, which we now call genetic memories. Kind of what I just explained. The initial goal of the Animus project was to explore those genetic memories via virtual reality. If you played any of the Assassin's Creed games, you know about this. Then here, this is interesting. The Animus is a window to the past, a door to the future. Join us as we revisit just how this journey came to be. Okay, nothing really too alarming there. We get here, where it all started. Again, nothing really too interesting. Actually, no. This might be it, actually. This is where it starts getting interesting. So, Philadelphia, 1795. Someone performed blood transfusion. I don't know if that historically is accurate, but hey, it could have happened. 1795 seems a little early, but hey, could have happened. Gave unpublished paper to colleague of Benjamin Rush. Okay, so this guy, Philip Singh Physic, he's going to be a big player. Physics knowledge about was all but lost until Pauling financed a Rockefeller by the Rockefeller Foundation. Rockefeller's a big name in history. Started researching the restricted archives of the Library Company of Philadelphia. Found physics paper have been secretly preserved by Rush. Pauling's work on the hemoglobin structure. So hemoglobin is in, if you're not scientifically inclined, hemoglobin is a protein that is in your blood cells that is responsible for carrying oxygen in your blood. So when you're in your biology class and you're learning that, blood carries oxygen and delivers it throughout the body, hemoglobin is the protein that does that through processes that I'm not going to get into, which is loosely borrowed from physics lost paper. Paved the way to his triple and double helix discoveries. This is what piqued my interest. Triple and double helix discoveries. I was then curious as to triple and double helix of what. So I read further. Okay, this is where it kicks off. Clinton B. Rosenberg, Ph.D. I find it a little Easter eggy. Clinton B. could be a misnomer for Bill Clinton. Just a little Easter egg thing there. Yeah. Rosenberg PhD doctor, was hired by Abstergo to keep close watch on Dr. Pauling's work on DNA. So basically, Dr. Pauling, this guy, he found physics papers and started research based on physics work. So, yeah, and then Dr. Clinton was overseeing him. Relationship turned sour, but the information gathered proved essential for Warren Vidick's Animus project. So you'll see here, this is a long letter, August 14, 1952. Request that I keep, as requested, keeping you abreast Dr. Pauling's latest findings. Please find an article slated for PNAS enclosed, which proposes a structural model for deoxyribonucleic acid, DNA for short. I will spare you the details, but you will find his triple helix model, made of 3 intertwined strands of DNA, to be highly elegant. It rivals his earlier work on protein structure. So, for those of you that don't know, most of you should have taken biology at some point in time, but DNA is a double helix. We accept DNA as a double helix model. If you go into a science class and say that it's a triple helix model, they will laugh at you. If you say it's anything but a double helix model, they will laugh at you and say you don't know what you're talking about. Because most scientists, I would say all scientists actually, know that it is a double helix model. So this proposal for a triple helix model, that really piques my interest. What could he mean by triple helix? What is the third strand of DNA? So you got one strand, you have 2 pairs or 2 strands of DNA, chromosomes. You get 1 chromosome from your dad and 1 chromosome from your mom. You get 21 from each, so you get 42 chromosomes. They're saying there's a third strand of DNA. So there might be like another set of chromosomes, right? Which in reality is not true, but in the game, in this universe, that could provide an explanation for the Animus, right? If you're say everyone or say specific people have this triple helix model. Say the triple helix was a mutation that happened and it wasn't favorable, but it's recessive, and it happens in very specific people. Maybe you get 2 kinds of DNA from your parents, your direct family, and then you get another strand of DNA from ancestors, just ancestors, so you can go back and have these genetic memories. That would prove that the Animus work. These genetic memories would be logical. In nothing really left in this, just him like going on about DNA. Then we get down. Also, this was in 1952. Just pointing it out again. Going down 84, so 32 years later. Wow, lady. December 18th, 1984. I don't know if you're still director. I don't know if you're still a part of Abstergo. So this guy's much older now. He's very upset. What a waste. We're sequencing whole genomes in a matter of weeks now. I would like to say in 1984, I don't think we had that kind of capabilities in weeks, where we can do it in weeks now, a couple weeks, and you can get your entire genome. You can go order a test online. You get your DNA, put it in a little test tube, send it off in the mail, give it a couple weeks, and they come back to you and say, like, this is your entire genome. You have these specific genes. So that's a big deal. Human genome, they can tell the entire genome by 1984. They spare no expense, blah, blah, blah. Like everyone here, I've heard the most preposterous rumors about Vidick's Animus project, that memories of someone's ancestors are encoded in one's genes. That Now notice that. Preposterous rumors about Vidic's Animus project, that memories of someone's ancestors are encoded in one's genes. He finds this as a scientist. This guy has a PhD, and he thinks it's a preposterous idea that you could have memories in your genes. Abstergo believes that claptrap explains why so many millions of dollars keep pouring in here. It just makes no sense. And to top it off, I never found another sample with triple helix DNA. My life's obsession was all for naught. But what if he just couldn't find another person? We only know of a couple people that operated in Animus. There was Desmond, who did 1 through 3, correct? If I'm not mistaken, he did 1 through 3. Whoever was the person in charge, or the protagonist in Black Flags, and Syndicate, and then all the other games. I'm not sure who were in like the not so big Assassin's Creed titles, but now we have this protagonist. Spoiler alert, I guess. Whatever her name is, I don't know. Ella, maybe? Yeah, sure. I don't know. If you know her name, by the way, just leave good God. If you know her name, please leave a comment down below. Tell me her name, because I don't know it. Good God. Anywho, triple helix DNA. So what if it exists, but he just couldn't find it? Right? Sorry. I am having trouble finding the document again. Okay. What if it still exists? And that's the reason why this works. What if the triple helix DNA model is the way to get your ancestor, your genetic memories, right? What if that's the way, triple helix DNA? You know? It's very interesting. A very interesting topic. So, I'm just going to go through the rest of these because I haven't gone through them yet. So, Animus. Yes, of course. Earliest concepts of Animus prototype came from Abstergo Chemicals and appeared in 1960. Very little was achieved, and the prototype never left the drawing board. Some arrangements were made in the U.S. Army to test a version of the Memoriam through Project MK Ultra. 1980 was the year when Warren Vidic was finally able to say mission accomplished. First users were launched in a series of genetic memory explorations. In San Francisco, the Surrogate Initiative allowed Subject Zero, probably superseding Desmond, Eileen Bach, to explore memories outside of the subject's own bloodline. But it turned out to be as dangerous as it was costly. So we know you have to stay in your own bloodline in order for it to not be dangerous to you or others. Even though the process was painful, somewhat safer, showed great promise. Oh, this is their own genetic memories. Great promise in the future. Vidic's team was at the Abstergo facility, Philadelphia, were able to prove this in 1983 using the latest Animus 1.09, the subject 4 genetic memories. Subject 4. I'm trying to remember. Don't even have to remember. Subject 17. So Subject 17 was Desmond Miles. And as far as I know, Desmond was the last subject. And it looks like for Desmond it was pretty safe and efficacious. That's what we like to call that in medicine. It got the job done without causing any of these side effects. Date of birth, 1987. March 13th, 1987. And Subject 17 was in 2012. Yeah. Oh, wanted poster. Yes, I love it. Have you seen this man, Desmond Miles? Age 25. Height 6 foot. Okay, if he was born in... Yeah, that works out. Okay. Weight 195 pounds. September 1st, 2012. Near Washington Square Park. Wearing white hoodie and dark jeans. As we know, Desmond Miles. White hoodie and dark jeans. If you have any information, please contact us at Blackout. Ah, yes. Desmond dies. Spoiler alert. If you haven't played number 3. Desmond Miles, Subject 17, deceased. So, I'm curious now. I want to see picture of his DNA. I want to see some type of proof that this triple helix model exists. That's what I want to see. Okay. I want to see proof that this exists. First explorations, the golden years, Animus and Animus for all. High tech meets high mobility, reaching new heights with Airy. Anyway, triple helix DNA. I think that is the way the Animus scientifically could work. If there was a triple helix model, 2 strands being your DNA, the DNA you inherited from your parents, 1 strand being from your ancestors, strictly from your ancestors, I think that could be of vital information. I'm not 100% certain that. I mean, I don't know. I triple helix model of DNA, man, that would be something. If that was a thing, that would be groundbreaking. Let me tell you, the science world would be blowing up, and that person would win several Nobel Prizes. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about. Assassin's Creed Origins, really, really good. I liked it. Or I like it, rather. I haven't played it all the way through yet. But I like it. I'm going to play it for a long time. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Ooh, audio files. Hey, guess what? If you want to hear these audio files, go buy the game. And then you can hear them. Yeah. So, I mean, that's all I'm going to say about it. Triple Helix DNA, man. Alright, if you like this video and want to see more, please click on another video. I'm sure they're down below the description. Please, yeah. And hey, check out my Patreon page. I got some stuff like this. I got most of my videos up there, and then some are free, some are paid. Also, I'm gonna start posting some pictures of games, like snapshots of where to find collectibles, on Patreon only. So if you want those kind of details, you gotta go to Patreon. The lowest patron price is 25 cents. Who doesn't have an extra quarter for just a month? A whole month, you get a quarter. Wait, no, for just a quarter, you get a whole month of paid stuff from me. So, who doesn't have an extra quarter lying around? I think the max is $1.75. And you get different stuff with different stuff. So, please, check out my Patreon. Check out my YouTube channel. Check out everything. All of it. Yeah, cool. See you later. Ooh, There we go. Is that? Yeah. Okay. Bye.